Yankees are making some changes, man. You guys don't know, I'm JoezMcfly. Today I'm recording this and it is my birthday. Listen, the Yankees are making good changes, and I don't know if it took a World Series to get them to do such things, but I'm happy and welcoming. First of all, on the heels, the first spring training game happens and then the Yankees say, yo, the beard rule, that shit is out. And I'm for that. I'm for that. I get it. Some people wanted to keep it in tradition, but sometimes you just got to change it. It felt like an archaic rule anyway, and I'm actually looking forward to see how much aura people gain with beards where otherwise they did not have them. The other thing is the Yankees have decided to no longer play New York after losses. That is what I call a W. There's two things going on here, because the Yankees are giving us a lot of shit that we're kind of asking for or been asking for. I don't know if they're doing a lot of this stuff because they haven't gotten a third baseman, or I don't know if they were just going to do this stuff anyway, but it just feels like I'm happy. No matter what, I'm happy that they're no longer doing it. I think if it's New York, and I think it hurt extra. This is my theory. I think that they changed New York after a loss. After game 5, when they were playing New York, after that horrendous 5th inning, and the fans were clearing out of the stadium, and the Dodgers are celebrating on Yankee Stadium field, and they had all of this stuff in the confetti or whatever it is. They were playing New York in the background as the Dodgers were dancing all over the Yankees' grave. And I think that might have been the straw that broke the camel's back. They say, you know what? And not only that, shout out to my boy Keith, who's been kind of talking about this since forever. First of all, me, him, and Chris have been talking about that. I know he's been vocalizing it a lot more as of recent, but we've been talking about it on Pinstripe Strong since forever, like 2-3 years ago. We're like, yo, end that shit. You get what I'm saying? I think it was when was it that we really it really started irking us? Was it like 2020? Like the year, or 2021, where me and Keith went to the games and there was less people, so you got to hear it, and we lost and you got to hear it, and we were just like, I don't know. I had to ask Keith. But anyway, it was around that time, and we said, you know what? We're done. We're no longer doing this. I'm happy with the whole well-groomed beard situation. I'm happy with the Yankees saying that they're no longer going to play New York. What's next? The Yankees need to be a place of what it feels like the future, not only looking into the past. And that's how I look at it. I think a lot of people viewed the Yankees as they're kind of stuck in the past kind of thing. And I think this will allow them to hey, now we're looking toward the future. Hey, now we're progressive. People want to be with people that are progressing, right? Moving forward. Not that people are kind of stuck in their ways and rigid and refusing to move. That's how I feel about it. So if the Yankees could continue on that, I think that kind of mindset can end up kind of permeating throughout the entire organization, and it can help. That's what I feel. Another thing is, Judge came out with a quote after the Yankees with their grooming policy. Judge feels that the Yankees' new beard rule will help, but he's a bit torn. He wasn't as worried as Hal, deterring talent. If that little rule is going to stop you from coming here, then you probably shouldn't be here. And he appreciated tradition. The first thing that I'll say is, I love Judge. I'll say this. Sometimes it does feel like it doesn't, some things that he says doesn't come through as authentic to me. He says things that people want to hear so that it could be painted in a better light. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's not truly feeling this way. And I think Judge can grow facial hair if he wants. And will he? I don't know. He says that he won't. And I hope that this doesn't become something where it's yeah, I'm not growing facial hair regardless, because I'm still, and then the group that does grow it, you're kind of looking at them sideways because you're growing it, right? I don't want that. I think there's that part. I think that both things can be true. I think that if you not having a beard stop you from being a Yankee, then you never wanted to be a Yankee to begin with. I'll say that. On the other side of the coin, I'll also say that there are people that they consider this a business and they feel like all things are kind of equal. And if the money's equal and they kind of want a beard, or they Devin Williams, right? He says that he would have actually considered that part of his free agent, because he wasn't. Some people don't feel comfortable not having facial hair, and it is true. They'll feel like naked kind of thing, or they don't want to keep cutting because they'll get a lot of razor bumps, or it doesn't feel good for them. So it could have affected some people from coming over, but like I said, a lot of those things they can feel rigid, or they can make the organization feel like, yo, man, this is like a stickler organization kind of thing. And you could be more of a freaking stickler organization and be like more set in your ways if you're doing a lot more winning. And the Yankees have not been doing that. Since you haven't been winning, you haven't won since 2009, it's time to pump the brakes a little bit. And Hal, credit to him, said, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and do this. So that's fine. The other thing I'll say, like, all of these things are fine. However, do not, and I didn't want to talk about this and I still don't want to talk about it, but fuck, I'm gonna just talk about it. Just to see what you guys think. The Yankees right now are $4 million over the tax. Now, what does that even do for you? They're refusing to go over that. And maybe they're still waiting on the whole Arenado situation to play out. Find out what they're gonna do for third base. But bruh, if you're gonna go over the tax and you're over the tax by $4 million, why wouldn't you just blow by it? At this point, $4 million, $20 million over the tax, $30 million over the tax, you're already over the tax. So you might as well, you feel me? Now, if they were $4 million under the tax and they wanted to stay there, I get it, you don't want to break the threshold, but you already broke the threshold, Pop. So if you broke through already, you're already in there. You're already in there. So you might as well like just keep going. Yankees have cup payroll from last year and they've come off a World Series. And Giancarlo's hurt right now. Now, they did add some good talent. Don't get me wrong, especially on the pitching side. But hitting, there's still some more stuff to be desired, bro. Like, there's still questions. What are we truly going to do at third base? That's an honest concern for me. So those are my questions. Don't pussyfoot around, man. Because I'll tell you right now, the Dodgers are not. They have a 7-man staff. Now, how's that going to work? That's none of my business. But they have a 7-man staff. They've got multiple positions covered by top players, and their farm system just keeps getting better. So, not to compare, but the Dodgers did win the World Series, so it's only normal to go ahead and talk about the Dodgers to try to, because we want to get to what they got to. Yankees are part of the haves, so act like it. So, let's see what they're going to do right now. I don't know what else they can be able to do. On spring training, right now they're trying out this replay system where with the balls and strikes, I kind of like it. It's fine. Has anything interesting happened in spring training? I think Spencer Jones homered. Juan Soto homered for the Mets in his first spring training at bat, like he did for the Yankees. He's going to be great, man. Juan Soto's going to be great, and there's no shade, no nothing, whatever. He did what he was supposed to do with the Yanks, and whatever. Best of luck to him over there with the Mets. Alex Bregman also homered for the Red Sox, and Rafi Devers was taking ground balls at third. Wondering what's going to be happening there. Seems like the Yankees still have not played DJ LeMahieu. They don't feel like he's ready. So we'll see what happens with that. Dominguez today lost the ball in the outfield. Ball got lost in the sun. He initially also took like a bad step toward the ball and then decided to break back and then lost the ball in the sun. The ball drops. As I'm getting the guy out anyway at third base, but I mean at home, but it just kind of makes you think like, shit, Papa, I need you to progress, right? But still a kid, and people were saying stuff like, yo, man, it doesn't matter. Those are like spring training stadiums. They're not going to matter. It's harder to read them than major league stadiums. You could be able to like find fly balls a lot easier in MLB stadiums, right? Hey guys, guess what? The Rays are going to be playing actual major league games in that same field. That sun will come in play. So get used to it now. Boone comes out and he says there's absolutely zero reason why he thinks that Jason Dominguez cannot play. So technically, George M. Steinbrenner Field is a major league stadium, and you're going to be playing very important major league games against the Tampa Bay Rays there. So get used to it now. Oh, the Yankees brought a whole bunch of like legends back to Yankee Stadium to come with the guys. A-Rod was there, Clemens was there, they had Guidry there, they had a whole bunch of, I love seeing that, man. I think having all of the vets around, like the people who have been there in the past, people that have won in the past, is great because it just brings a good vibe around the team, so that's it. Rodon had his start. He kind of got shelled a little bit, but I look at it as like, yo, it's his first spring training start. I don't really care. I honestly do not look at results. Like, I'll take good things that happen, but I don't look at bad things. And like, I'm not concerned with anything until opening day. Like, I want you guys to get to opening day. I honestly feel, this is just me. I don't know if you guys feel the same way or not. If you have a 15 ERA in spring, I don't care. As long as you're ready for opening day, I'm fine. The people that I do get concerned for are like kids trying to make the team. Like those guys that look for results, like Peraza, like, I don't know, whatever other pitcher that could be trying to make it. I'm not even looking at backup catcher because I don't know what metrics they use. I guess pitcher comfortability or whatnot. So JC Escada might be in the running for that. Yeah, like I'm not really looking at those results. Like, so people, like a pitcher can get shelled or whatever. You don't know what he's working on that particular day. They can go, like pitchers usually, they'll go into a game and they'll literally say things like, yo, I'm only throwing fastball changeup today, and that's it. Or I'm only throwing fastball slider today. Or I'm only throwing fastball on this pitch I'm working on today, cutter. Or I'm only throwing, like they'll do that, like so that way they can just get their work in. It's about getting their work in. That's all they care about. Now, people trying to make the team, that's totally different because they're going to be out there actually trying to get out. So I'll look at results for them. Fernando Cruz had a quote, and he got kind of shelled today. And somebody was in my my comments talking about like, "Yo, man, Fernando Cruz sucks," blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I can't do this. Yankees fans get to know Fernando Cruz. He's one of you. Growing up in Puerto Rico, he'd argue like a rowdy bleacher creature. Now he's living a dream. He'll unleash a disgusting splitter for the Bronx faithful after a nomadic path that led him to pinstripes. I'll tell you this, man. Fernando Cruz has not stopped smiling since he got into camp, boy. He was like, you know how Devin Williams was like, I don't want to shave? It almost felt like he was happy to shave. That's what it felt like. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I appreciate all of you guys. How do you feel about the Stroman issue? If they're all healthy, does he start in the pen? We'll see. We'll get to the end of spring training. There's no issue. There's no Stroman issue right now. Happy birthday, Joes. Who can the Yankees even trade for at the deadline since they don't seem to be doing anything? I don't know. It depends on what teams are out of it, and I'll be able to tell you a little bit better. I can't talk about trade deadline stuff because I just don't know. Listen, I'm excited, man. More stuff out of the camp coming soon. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you guys like the video and comment below what players are you guys excited for or who has impressed you in spring thus far. Let me know, or maybe we'll do a Q&A. See you guys.